Yeah, so here we are now dealing with humanity after Jesus. Yeah, Jesus comes, incarnates, shows up in Israel, yeah, in Bethlehem, is born, has a mother, a father, and the mother is not really his mother. Why? Because he's Adam. He's God. So he makes manifest in her womb, and angels come to tell her. This is in the Bible. It's not a myth. It's not a mystery. It's real. Happens all along the Bible and throughout the Old Testament and the New. Angels appear. Angels take control of the situation. Yeah. So Jesus incarnates. Wise men come. Herod, who is the Antichrist at the time, Antichrist, because he literally believes that Christ is on earth to kill him. Literally, to kill him, to destroy his power, to destroy everything he rules. So he's pretty freaked out. And he believes that he has to kill every single boy in hundreds of miles. All of them. And they were. So by blessing alone, my family was moved to Egypt, the opposite direction. Kind of funny thing right now, if you look at Israel, Palestine is under attack. Jesus is the Palestinian. So if you think of Palestine, you should think of Jesus. And if Palestine is under attack, Jesus must be back. Because they're looking for him. They think he's in Palestine. So they have to kill all the Christians, not just Jesus, but maybe his mom, his dad, his brother, his sister, and him. No history of his incarnation before it happens. They figure he's a child or a teenager, so they're kidnapping and taking in the middle of the night teenagers and children. Hundreds of them every year. And they're trying to find out whether or not any of them is Jesus. That's a hard thing for anybody to even imagine. Is that what's going on? Yeah, it is what's going on. Yeah, and it is what went on. And it's going on now.
You up on what you said, because if indeed this is a basis for negotiations and the Palestinians do take up the offer and come to the United States or to the administration, try to negotiate, that's one thing. So I want to ask you then, you called it a conceptual map and you've called this a basis for negotiations. The Israeli Prime Minister has stated that this weekend he will impose the laws of the state of Israel, those are the words out of his mouth, on the Jordan Valley, on those areas in the West Bank, he calls it Judea and Samaria, where there are settlements and other such places, and presumably over Jerusalem as well, or I don't know about Eastern Jerusalem, but nonetheless, if that happens this weekend, is that with the approval of the United States?
And it happened. We see the war now. It all built up to that. What happened was that the time when they took Jerusalem, they began going in the middle of the night and picking up teenagers, boys and girls. Over 500 a year. 500, that's a whole heck of a lot of kids to abduct and put in prison and interrogate. But it's real. It's what they did. Not a crime against humanity, huh? This is the Antichrist. This is the Zionist. They're not anything to do with God. They're to do with the Antichrist. They are to fulfill the mission of the Antichrist. So, be aware. Trump may be in jail any day, and that may be closed up. The courts may come in and stop Israel from doing the illegal process of stealing children, which they're doing every day, every night. They've been doing this now for over 5 years. Stealing children, an average of 500 a year, and putting them in prison. I'm going to show the whole thing next week. I'm going to show you all about that. All that's been going on since the Jerusalem takeover of the capital. and ending Palestinian reality of any kind. So take in deep consideration that Jesus was born in Palestine and there are no Christians there. They've been pushed away, and I'm going to show you that too. Only 1,000 Christians in Palestine. Palestine. It should be, and it used to be, majority Christians. Just 5 years ago, it was majority Christians.